It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Tuesday, September 10th, 2011 at 7 a.m.
It's a nice morning this morning.
It is, yeah.
I like this morning. I wish it'd stay like this.
Well, can we drop the humidity like that much?
It's dropped down some compared to what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Not as bad as what it was.
From 100 to 99.
I like this, though. I always like
I'm looking forward to the county fair.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you go ride all the rides and the loopy-loops?
No, I just like
and all
walking around, visiting with folks. You know, they have the chainsaw competition Saturday. You got lawnmower races Saturday, and just, you know, it's just fun.
We usually go every year. Kids go one direction, parents go another, and I like the vendors and going around and seeing all the vendors and talking to them, and that's kind of my thing.
Everybody be out there and be a lot of fun. So, anyway, welcome Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis, and it's brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home. We got Balmer Boulevard, which at 7:01, 7:02 in the morning, going to be kind of busy with the kids and the teacher. Who gets there first, teachers or kids?
I don't know.
It's a race.
You know, the kids are going through there to get all hyped up, and teachers have to follow just to keep up with the kids. So.
That's true. Brood Awakening Coffee, 3 locations. Balmer Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness, and, of course, Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. Remember the guy that tried driving through?
Yeah,
I don't actually think
he's
going in for a cup of coffee, but he wound up down by Brood Awakening, didn't he?
Yeah, it had a whole line of cars with flashing lights behind
him. Yeah, you got 5 to 10 for that one, didn't it? Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water.
Sprite.
No smart water?
No,
that PhD never did come through with that smart water, did it?
No, it's pretty expensive not to get anything out of it.
Learn by doing.
One IQ point, I'd have been happy, but nope.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. You want to put that logo up there yet? There it is, with all our respect. There it is. That's add input there, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you do, number 4 or number 2?
That's number 1.
Number 1, okay. Yeah. Got to decide to 1. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bringing morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in Mountain Home, talk to Charlotte, Bruce, Chris, Brad. Anybody can help you. They understand what you're going through, whether it's an emergency situation or the passing of a loved one after a long illness, perhaps. And they know how to handle the situation. And how do you say it? Just visit with them. You can see the professionalism.
The biggest thing, you want to know the difference between Roller Funeral Home, just go in there and talk to one of them. Mm-hmm. You'll find out where their heart and their passion is. They have got a calling for what they do. And if you talk to them, yes.
A situation like that.
It's a tough situation, but they're very positive about the whole thing because they're there to help.
Yeah, they really are.
And that's how they look at it.
Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, one thing I've overlooked in the past few weeks is praying for our civic organizations, people helping people. And I really failed to realize that these people in each organization look for the needs in our community and state. Most of the people involved with these organizations work hard at fundraising, then pay their own way to events designed to help others. Lord, I pray you help us to be aware of fundraising events. These events allow these organizations to help others in need. Bless each civic organization and in every endeavor they undertake. And that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
brace yourself. I should have brought my duck call.
The weather. What would you done with a duck call?
It sounds better than that trumpet.
Weather.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Well, is it foggy or clear on the White River?
Well, guess what? We've got a beautiful picture today.
Hey, no fog on the river.
No, it's a little dark, but it's
no fog on the river. Wow. Yesterday, Larry and Brenda, the last 3 or 4 days, it's just been nothing but fog, and you see just a hint of the blue sky. The camera's mounted in Marion County looking into Cotter, Arkansas. The little clearing there is the railroad park and part of the baseball field there at Cotter down by Big Spring. And you see the White River come in. The bridge will be over on the left side of your screen, and to the right side of the screen will be the horizon, well, where Mountain Home is, in that horizon. And they say you can see all the way up into the state of Missouri right there.
It's pretty cool if they got festivals going on like the Trout Fest or a baseball game. You can actually log right in and watch it all right there on the screen.
I'd love to see a train down there. I love going down. Cotter's one of those towns that just, I love Cotter. You know, Cotter, Norfolk, Calico, a lot of the small little towns. It's a live shot of the White River brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Check out the website retiretoarkansas.net. And once again, I'm going to start talking to friends in St. Clair County, Illinois, and St. Louis County, St. Louis. So y'all getting ready to retire. So you better give them a call because y'all come down here to vacation. Might as well come down here to live. Love to have you all, so call the Z Team, 870-405-0793. Right now in Mountain Home, we've got 69 degrees, flipping at 71, Harrison at 72. Yellville checks in at 71 at 70 in Salem, Arkansas, Calico Rock at 69, Mountain View at 70. Around the region, St. Louis at 71, Poplar Bluff at 70, same in West Plains and Branson. In Watford City, North Dakota, it's 50 degrees. Can you imagine?
They can have it.
Remember that minus 40 back in February?
Yeah. No.
Terrible. National radar shows shower activity from southwest Iowa to northeast Iowa, moving into Wisconsin and over Lake Michigan into the state of Michigan. Showers back into western Nebraska, all the way back into Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, a little bit in northeast Nevada. Picking up a little bit in the panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas. And looks like some in Ohio. Checking the radar for Little Rock and see what we have here. Little bit of humidity on I-40, a little bit of humidity. Listen to me, a little bit, yeah. We have some high humidity in the east central part of the state. Other than that, your highways are clear. 62, 412 east and west across the north part of the state. Highway 65, Little Rock, Branson. 67, 167, Little Rock, Batesville, Poplar Bluff. Then your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas, clear at this time. Taking a look at the St. Louis stop. I-70 from Columbia into St. Louis, then to Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois. We're picking up a little bit north of St. Louis in the state of Illinois to the west of Carlinville, Illinois. East St. Louis, Illinois, I-64 east to Mount Vernon, no problems there.
Most of that's just humidity in there.
Yeah, humidity, is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah. We're looking to get it changed. These radars are so sensitive, it picks up that dew point.
Yeah, and it's just kind of hard to.
Yeah, it's hard to
differentiate
differentiate
there. We're radars here pretty soon.
You know, I-44 Rolla into St. Louis, it's clear, and then I-55 Sykeston on into St. Louis. No problems there. Southwest Missouri, we do have that shower. In western Oklahoma, it's not picking up on this stop here. Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, I-44 on into Lebanon and Rolla, and Kansas City east on 70, no problems there. Weather watches and warnings, none for the state of Arkansas right now. The metro east area and the metro area of St. Louis has a heat advisory that would include my hometown in St. Clair County, Illinois. And then, of course, around the Busch Stadium area, it's got a heat advisory. St. Louis will hold the heat like that sometimes. It gets pretty hot up there. A little bit of fog in North Carolina, a little bit in Nebraska. Other than that, no watches or warnings in Arkansas. Your 7-day forecast for today. 20% chance of fog, then slight chance of thunder showers, high of 92, low tonight 70, high tomorrow with bright sunshiny skies 92. We got 92, 91, 86, and 87 with a little bit of a cool down coming in Thursday night with 30% chance of showers. Thursday night, Friday 40%, then Friday night 20%. And so
we got football games Thursday and Friday night. They may be wet ones.
You go to Nettleton, don't you?
On Friday night, yes. Thursday's going to be here, and we're that'll be the
it's only 30% chance, though.
Yeah.
So, anyway, checking iDrive Arkansas. There's no accidents in the state. A little bit of slow traffic moving towards Benton on I-30. Other than that, we're in pretty good shape. They've got most of the flood damage corrected in northeast Arkansas. A little bit going on down here in southeast Arkansas. Missouri traveler information. They're still paving Highway 142 from Bakersfield to Thayer back towards Doniphan, Missouri. And a little bit along Highway 60 towards Van Buren, Missouri there. Other than that, we're in pretty good shape. A lot of the flood boxes are gone in northwest Missouri. It's taken a long time to get all that taken care of, where they had to go around I-24. Or I-29, I should say. Allergy index dropped a little bit. We're medium high with ragweed, nettle, and chenopod's at 9.6 right now.
Better than the 10.9 we were, I think, yesterday.
Man, it was bad yesterday. Morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best breakfast, best lunch in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11.
It's Tuesday, so we got the twos for breakfast.
Yeah.
2 pancakes, 2 sausage and bacon, 2 eggs, only $5.88. And for lunch, we got Kimmy's homemade meatloaf. It's one of your favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with 2 sides, roller cornbread, $6.88. Or just go in and grab you a cup of coffee, slice of pie or some cobbler, and just kind of hang out with the neighbors and get to know somebody.
You betcha. It's just so much fun. Just go chill.
That's what it's supposed to be all about.
Yep.
Just go have a good time and put the stress behind you, sit down, enjoy a nice meal, and
have some fun.
There you go.
Baxter Regional Medical Center Auxiliary is sponsoring a fundraiser with Geneva Linens Distributing on Tuesday, September 10th and Wednesday, September 11th in the Lagerboard Dining Room at Baxter Regional Medical Center Cafeteria. The hours will be 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. today and 7 to 3 tomorrow. This is a linen sale, which includes ultra plush blankets in several sizes, quilt sets, comforters, and all kinds of accessories there. One other event. VFW have bingo. VFW 5742 in Cotter. Thursday from 12 to 4, Sunday from 12 to 4. I don't see a phone number. Find out more. There we go. Click. I don't have a phone number on that one. Anyway, go out and have some fun at VFW in Cotter.
We've got football this week. We've got, I believe, 8th grade's going to be going to West Plains. Be playing there on Thursday. 9th grade will be here at Bomber Stadium on Thursday, playing against Mayflower. And
have we ever played Mayflower?
Not that I know of.
Played Mayflower.
Not that I know of.
Them on the schedule before.
And then, of course, high school Friday, and they'll be in Nettleton, and that's where we'll be headed there, and we'll be broadcasting this one live. So you can watch it right here on XL7 TV,
that's
Hometown
a nice
TV.
Facility at Nettleton. Been there 2 or 3 times.
I haven't been there. This will be a first for
really?
me.
Yeah,
so.
it's a nice facility. Yeah, it's just in the conglomerate of Jonesboro.
Yeah.
But it's easy to get to. I think it's a nice facility. In fact, I left Nettleton one night after the football game and drove to Nashville, Tennessee.
There you go.
But easy drive. I mean, not bad at all.
But we will be broadcasting the game, so you can watch it right here.
That'd be good.
Hometown TV.
Have we overlooked anything? It's only coming up on 7:13.
I know. It seems like we passed something because you went through this really fast or something happened. If we forgot you, sorry.
I think we got it all covered. Anyway, going to be talking Rotary International here in just a minute. So Larry and Brenda Nelson are here. Take us to break, Scooter. I'm out of coffee.
Be right back.
I'll need more.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Are you ready for some football? Hometown TV is back with live football and the game of the week. Friday night, area high school football with announcer Bob Rechtenwald, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Visit hometowntv.net for schedule and show times. Plus, watch instant replay live from your mobile device, whether at the game or not, right here on K26 and XL7.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Your car. Come up on 717. Larry and Brenda Nelson are here with Rotary Club of Mountain Home. Welcome. Good to have you here.
Thanks, Dale. We appreciate your time.
And, and in the morning prayer, when we talked about coming in and doing the program, I've totally forgot about what Rotary does. We did a program called Addictions, Bullying, and Suicide, and we talked with Jewel Pendergrass, and there's a program called Don't Meth With Me, and I saw that PowerPoint, and it's powerful.
It is. It truly is.
And that's another subject, but where do we start here? What do y'all want to start with here? Brenda, Larry? Mics and cameras are all yours.
Well, a lot of people ask what Rotary is. What does Rotary do? And for many years, Rotary clubs around the world just did what they did in their communities because the need was there and it needed to be done. They did it without a lot of fanfare and a lot of publicity because they honestly kind of felt like that was bragging. But back in 1978, the president of Rotary International, Clem Renna from Australia, decided that Rotary really needed to publicize itself better because we could attract more members and do more if we had more people involved. So they started to a program called the 3H program, Health, Hunger, and Humanity. Ben Salzman, a local physician, had been on the Rotary International board and was a chairman of one of the first committees of the 3H program. And from that point forward, Rotarians around the world have been more aware of their need to publicize what they do so that people will know something about Rotary. In its smallest form, Rotary is a local club made up of local businessmen and women who are interested in improving the community and in doing something to give back to the community. So, and in the larger sense, Rotary is 35,000 clubs in 200 countries with 1,200,000 members, of which only 30% of those are in North America. So Rotary is truly an international organization of 35,000 clubs and lots of members doing the same thing basically in their communities.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't realize 35,000 clubs.
Yes.
That's a lot of members.
Yeah. You know, Dale, I'm really proud of this, but a lot of people get into clubs and organizations because they're attracted for one reason or another to it. And they do it for a while, but then they back out or they have something other than than that club or organization. But I am so proud to say Larry has been a member of this Rotary Club since 1972 when we first moved back here. He's been a member for 47 years. He is what we call in the club number one. He has the number one badge. So for 47 years he has felt that this was something that was valuable for him to do. And we've always said outside of our church, nothing else gives us the opportunity to really get out and do things that help and aid people and hopefully make our community a better place. So he's been doing it a long time because he does see the great value of it.
And Larry's a veteran too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for your service.
Welcome.
You bet. Wow. So, the platform. What was, I gotta put my glasses on. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
There was
a lot right there.
That was a 24-word code of ethics that was developed by Herb Taylor in 1932. He was asked to come in and run the Club Aluminum Company for the benefit of the creditors. They were technically bankrupt. And they had good products, they had good people, but so did their competition. And he said, we need something to differentiate our company from our competitors. And they had a code of ethics, but it was long and involved, and nobody really could memorize it. So he wrote down 24 words, the ones you just read, that were to become the code of ethics for his company. They had to get rid of words like best, superlative descriptions in their advertising, promises by salespeople that things would be here in a week when they knew it was going to be 2 weeks. The idea of these 4 questions is that you need to be able to answer yes to all of the questions, or you don't do it. And if you do that, you'll be surprised at how many things that you see or hear may fail the 4-way test.
I'll read it one more time. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Our club closes with that. It's almost like our benediction.
Yeah.
We close with that every single week. And Larry and I have spoken at a lot of clubs throughout our district and other districts, and we find that either people open it with that or they close it with that. But every Rotary Club, I assume, throughout the world uses that 24-word code of ethics because it would literally change the world if people operated their businesses and their professional lives based on answering yes to those 4 important questions.
You know, what I'm thinking right now, just, is it the truth? Let's just take item 1 here, and I'm thinking about the millennial generation. I can find they're younger than me. Yeah, we've known each other, I guess, now for 45 years, I guess, you know. But do the young people nowadays, I'm going to say 18 to 30-year-old, do they see the truth from us? I'm 61. Do they see the truth? We hear about false news, false press, all this stuff going on. We don't know who to trust. Is it the truth? You know what I'm trying to say here? Do they see the truth? Do they know the truth? Or are they being blindsided?
I think today there is too much malicious talk.
Yeah.
Some is true, some is not true, and how do you tell the difference?
Exactly.
It's up to an individual, in my view,
right,
to make sure that what you say passes this test. And if more people would do that, there would be a whole lot less dissension and division in our country and in our communities than there currently is. It's terrible.
And knowing you two as long as I've known, I can say that your success in banking now reflects these 4 statements. How long have you been in banking?
Thank you. I appreciate
50.
I was at the bank 37 years.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, a 4-way test story. Our bank was bought by a bank in Searcy back in 1989, and then we bought another bank in Conway and had we had 4 or 5 different banks around the state with different names, and we decided we would change the names of the banks to First Security Bank of whatever. So we did that, And we hired a marketing group who came together with us in Little Rock to unveil their big promotional thing for the First Security Banks of Arkansas. And they brought in the chief executive officers of the different locations around the table to unveil this. And they folded out and said, we got the best locations, the best people, the best products, the best pricing and all that. Well, 3 of the CEOs were Rotarians. And we kind of looked at each other and said, that won't pass the 4-way test. We're good. We think we're better than a lot of our competition, but we've got some really good competitors out there. We can't claim the best of all these things. So the marketing group, their bubble burst visibly. You could see their deflated egos. And a month later, they came back with the revised campaign. And this was probably 20 years ago. And we began using it then, and we've used it ever since. It's called Bank Better. You may recognize that from a lot of our advertising.
Yeah.
But that's why it's Bank Better instead of best.
Yeah.
It wouldn't pass the first question of the 4-way test.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd have to say it's been my bank since 1972.
Thank you.
Good deal. We like to hear that.
So where are we at on our notes, Brenda and Larry? What do we need to talk about? We've got about 5 minutes for the next break.
Okay.
6 minutes, we can chill a bit.
Well, let's talk about some of the things the Rotary Club has done over the years. We have things we do at the local level, at the district level, and then internationally. Years ago, before I was even there, the Rotary Club of Mountain Home bought the land and donated it to the city for Hickory Park.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now that was in 1954, so that's a long time ago. But that was one of the first things we did. Our club began in 1946.
The local one here?
Yes.
Right after the war. Wow.
Yeah.
And Dr. Ben Salzman was one of the original founders of that club. Several years ago, in 2013, we had a cleanup at Hickory Park, and about 100 Rotarians and their families came out, and lots of other volunteers, Boy Scout groups, and everybody came, and we literally cleaned every leaf out of that, and then we put in a couple of new pieces of playground equipment. I had no idea really how expensive playground equipment was until we bought 2 small pieces, but we had a great time doing that. And so our goal through Rotary has usually on the local level, and Rotary does things locally, district-wide, and then internationally. And so some of the things we're going to talk about first are the local ongoing projects, things that we start and then we continue to do. So besides the park, most of what we do, I'd say we do it for children and students. Most of our goals and our projects are aimed toward them. One of the things that Larry and I always look forward to doing is a thing called the Dictionary Project. It is done district-wide, but we do it here as well. We give dictionaries to 3rd graders in Mountain Home, Cotter, Norfolk, and Calico Rock. And you would think that what kid would want a dictionary? I mean, you can pull up your phone or your iPad and look everything up. But for children, and I say children, who have never had a book of their own, when we give that to them, and it's like a mini encyclopedia. Yeah. It's so fantastic. And when we give that to them and we tell them at the end of the school year, you're going to use it this year, but at the end of the school year, you write your name in this, and this is your book. Some of those little kids, their eyes get the size of saucers, and they said, it's mine, I get to keep it. And the coolest thing is when the teachers tell us that they have college-age students who took that off to school with them because that has, and it's just ratty looking, but that dictionary has really been an important part of their lives. It has a lot more than just the words in it, but it's remarkable that a dictionary in this day and age means so much to those kids. It's really a neat experience to go and give those out. We give out about 400 to 500 a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had also mentioned earlier the Don't Mess With Us program. That was a brainchild of Jewel Pendergrass when she was president of the club. And we take it to the 5th grade, and it dramatically shows them the effects of what methamphetamine will do to your body over the years.
Larry, it blows me away.
Well, and it's at a critical time. At the 5th grade, these kids need to be aware of what goes into that and the manufacture of it. And one of the things that we do is to pull up the have one of the students come up and put on goggles and rubber gloves and read the warning labels on the back of some of these products that are used in the manufacture of meth.
Tell you a quick story. I was working at Harold Tucker's Auto Parts about 20 years ago. A guy came in and he says, "You got a gallon of battery acid?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "I need that in a case of carburetor cleaner." In the days of carburetors, you used to get this carboned up stuff on, and you have to spray it down. I mean, I could take the paint off of your coffee mug right here, just squirt, and it'll just run off. It's that it's that volatile. And so I thought, why would he need a gallon of battery acid? Because batteries for cars all come in fully charged and wet already, so you can't really add acid to a battery after they have the acid in there. Of all things, David Small came in about an hour later. I said, why would a guy need a battery acid and carburetor? Meth lab. When he's driving to the vehicle, they found him.
Oh,
battery acid and carburetor cleaner.
Drano and roach killer.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. It's frightening, isn't it? So we hope to make an impression on these students before, hopefully, by the 5th grade, they can make a better decision about that in the future. Another thing that Larry and I always sign up to do every year is a thing called the Choices program. This is for all area 8th graders. We do it in, I think 3 or 4 schools. And we get 2 full days or 2 full mornings in each one of the schools. And we really get a chance to show them that the next 4 years from your permanent record, as we used to call it, the 9th through the 12th grade, the decisions you make in the next 4 years of your life are going to affect basically the quality and the value, often the length of your life for the next time. And they have a thing where they roll out a time of your life thing, and you roll it out and it just keeps going. I mean, they think, you don't live past 30, but unfortunately we do. And so we roll out this big long thing, and so it's really cool when they see really how long we're 72, a 72-year life is compared to where they are and where their grandparents are. And I'm telling you, it really makes a difference. And they talk about money management, time management, just a lot of things. The choices, the good choices that you make now literally affect the rest of your life. Yeah.
What is RYLA?
That stands for Rotary Youth Leadership Awards.
Really?
And that is a 3-day camp over in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That clubs in our district will sponsor high school juniors to attend this camp. It is basically a leadership camp. It is a self-realization kind of camp where best way I can put it is in the words of a mother who came to our club when the RYLA students came back and told us about their experience. She said, "What can I do to thank Rotary for the difference you've made in my child in 3 days?" They have ropes, they have self-confidence, they have team building skills, and a lot of times the kids that are selected to go are not the ones that are going to be in the top 10 in their class, or really the football heroes or the band. They're just normal everyday kids, and they come back energized. They come back changed.
Like, I can do this.
Yes, they come back with a lot of self-confidence that they didn't have before, and they may be a little more outgoing because they've had some experience working with a team, and it's really an exceptional experience.
I'm hearing that you kind of combine self-discipline with self-esteem issues.
Yes, very much so.
And it has a great impact on the young
people. That'd be great for adults.
Yeah. And well, and the thing, Dale, is that we were talking about fundraising, and how things, we're going to talk a little bit about that in a moment, but each one of those students that we send, anywhere from 10 to 15 students, is a $300 commitment per student for our club. So thanks to matching grants from the district, we're able to send up to that number of kids every year, and with usually a waiting line of kids that want to go to that.
Why don't we grab that quick break? All right. A minute and 13 seconds there. More with Larry and Brenda right after this Rotary Club Mountain Home. Be right back. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
For years I've lifted weights, probably 30 years. The last 2.5, 3 years I'd have pain in my back of my deltoid at the joint. And it was extremely painful, and it didn't matter if I lifted weights or what I did. Whenever I pushed on anything, it hurt. Dr. Osgood had told me about this laser therapy, and so I tried it. 4 sessions later, 0 pain. And now I'm lifting weights again with no pain.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
738 more with Rotary of Mountain Home. Larry and Brenda Nelson here, and Interact Clubs.
We've just been talking about the RILA camp, the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards camp. That's the camp for young people. When they come back, they're energized, they're ready to do something, and what that has helped us do is to create 2 Interact Clubs, one in Cotter and one in Mountain Home High School. And those are local clubs in the schools where they are sponsored by the local Rotary Club, and they are encouraged to develop their own community projects that they do, or school projects. And the Mountain Home Club last year decided to have a coat, donated coat drive to get a bunch of coats to hand out to other students who need coats in the winter and don't have them. So they do a good job.
They did 250 coats last year.
Wow.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah.
250 coats.
And of course, the only way that we can do any of these projects is through our Pancake Day, and we're going to have people come in, I know, and to visit with you all closer to time, but we generally, because of our pancake ticket sales, we give out anywhere, besides the other things that we do, we give out around $15,000 to $20,000 every year in $1,000 scholarships. That is besides the $7,000 or $8,000 a year that we do to the Promise, which is the local school thing. And if you go to Mountain Home High School, you get your first year paid for at ASU Mountain Home, 2 years. Yeah. So it's we support the Promise, and then we give out our own scholarships as well. And the best thing about our scholarships is there will be children who will receive Pell Grants, which means that their families can't qualify for certain things because of income, so they're taken care of. Then, of course, the kids that are 4 points and beyond, they're going to get a free ride just about anywhere they want to go. We aim our scholarships toward, I call the average student, which is what Larry and I would have been. Just the average student who needs some help, whose family makes pretty good income but needs some help. So that's where we usually give our scholarships, and they are to traditional high school students and non-traditional students. We've had mothers who in their 30s and 40s went back to school after they raised their kids. So we love what pancakes can do for us, because it really does benefit a lot of folks.
One fundraiser does all of this? That's a lot of pancakes.
Yeah, it is a lot of pancakes.
It is a lot of pancakes.
It is a lot of pancakes. We smell like pancakes for about 2 weeks afterward.
I think you can tell by what we've talked about that an awful lot of what we do is geared toward younger people. Third graders, fifth graders, eighth graders with choices, Riley kids in their junior year, and then once they graduate, scholarships to go on to school. So our local club is pretty much focused on trying from an early age on to try to help the young people become all that they can be.
Do y'all see a bigger need now as compared to 25 years ago, because there's a lot more broken homes, single family homes, grandparents raising their grandkids?
Yeah, we see that in when the kids come back from Riley and come to our meetings, and we get to visit with them and hear about them. And we realize that, especially the scholarship kids. Life is just tougher now than it was.
Though,
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is.
It really is.
A lot of satisfaction in seeing those young people develop.
Yeah, let me go through real quickly.
Sure.
Those are the things that we do every year, year after year after year. We have done some big projects that are, $4,000 and $5,000 commitments to the community that were kind of a one-time local commitment that we made, but they benefit everybody. We have donated a soccer field at the Stall Complex. There's a Rotary field out there. Plus, later we came back and bought benches for the players and the visitors to enjoy. The donation of a large trailer. A lot of people that go to church see that Mountain Home food basket trailer that comes and stays at their church on certain Sundays when they collect food. Rotary bought and donated that trailer. Also, we're big supporters of the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas. Jeff Quick is the director of that. He's also a Rotarian, so we do a lot with them. And Bridge Bash. We donated for the construction of the Donald W. Reynolds Baxter County Library.
What an asset that has been
my goodness! And
we
we help them on several occasions for different things that they have. They'll ask for Rotary to help.
Deborah Knox, who is a Rotarian and local club, spearheaded that whole fundraising thing.
Really?
Yeah, she was responsible for most of that happening. So we got to the point that Donald Reynolds would go ahead and
And then also we did, of course, Larry mentioned Dr. Salzman. He's famous in our community, but he's literally famous throughout the world. He is kind of a Rotary rock star because of what we're going to tell you about in a few minutes. But because he was president of our club, founder of our club, has brought so much credibility to not just our club, but our whole Ford State District of clubs. When they were getting ready to do the new women's and newborn center at Baxter Regional Medical Center, we helped renovate and kind of restore a room there that Rotary gave, and there's a plaque outside the door that says the Dr. Ben Salzman room, and we're really proud of that. It's a tiny thing to do for a man who literally, and I don't think if I say this without crying, but a man who gave hope to the world and the children through polio.
Yeah.
What he did for polio.
Wow. Did he pioneer some stuff?
We're going to tell you about that in a minute. But
do we need to go ahead and take the break now so we have more time? We can go ahead and take the last break and then give us.
That'd be good. Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, going to break early. Be right back.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn and Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn and Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox, safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension, handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. 747, continuing our discussion with Larry and Brenda Nelson, Rotary of Mountain Home. And where are we at now on this?
One thing that, we've been talking so far, Dale, about the local things that Rotary does. Okay. At a district level, there are two things that we basically do that are ongoing throughout our district. One of them is the kind of the refurbishment, is that a reconditioning of used medical equipment? I mean, everything from sheets to towels to wheelchairs. And we recondition those throughout the district, and then they go to third world countries where, you know, they don't have anything. Yeah. And so our local people have been, our local doctors and offices and folks have been really good to help us with that. But we're talking about wheelchairs. Larry and I have had the opportunity to take 3 of our grandchildren on wheelchair delivery trips. That's one of the things that we do. Yeah. And it's been really great. It's been a fun experience. But when you take a 9 and a 10-year-old child someplace where when you drive in with your 300 wheelchairs for children, and there is a line as long as you can see of people waiting to get their wheelchairs, holding a child, sometimes an adult-sized child, in front of them or in their arms, knowing that every day of that child's life has had to be carried somewhere. And they're in line, and they're going to get a wheelchair for that child, which changes their entire lives. And some of the experiences we've had, our children just ate that up. Their school system in Springdale were the ones that started it, the school system and the Springdale Rotary Club, because they had for years, that was their school project. They collected money for wheelchairs. Mm-hmm. And then when we began taking our kids on these trips, our 3 grandchildren that had gone to that school, they were the first and only children that had ever gone on a wheelchair delivery trip to see where all the money and time that they'd spent collecting it was actually going to go. So it was a hands-on experience and emotional, oh my word, to see them call out the name and a mother carry a little baby over and hand that little baby to your grandchild, your 10-year-old grandchild, and have them pick it up, love on it, and put it in a wheelchair. and see it roll itself off for the first time free of somebody's arms. I'm telling you, it's an experience, and we've done 3 of those trips, but Charlie Crossland, Dr. Crossland, Dave Matty, Stuart Bruner, a lot of those people have been on more trips than we have been on, but we were fortunate to be able to take our grandchildren and do that. And
that's amazing.
It is, it is just heart-wrenching to, it's emotional. When you come back, you're really drained from doing that. It is quite an experience.
Wow.
You know, one of the things that has put some of those children and adults in wheelchairs is polio. And this is probably Rotary's signature program that Dr. Ben Salzman was a big part of back in the late 70s. In 1978, through this 3H program I mentioned earlier, Rotary decided that one of the first projects they would do worldwide would be an immunization program in the Philippines. And they immunized over a period of 2-3 years 6 million children in the Philippines. Now, polio had not really existed in the United States since the mid-50s, but it was still a killer and crippler of children and adults around the world. And Rotary recognized that as a global problem, and they were going to try to address that. Well, over the next several years, Rotary continued their immunization projects, and in 1985, Rotary International announced a campaign to eliminate polio in the world. That had only been done with one other disease, and that was measles. So they began the effort then, and in 1988, UNICEF and World Health Organization and the governments and CDC all joined and combined in a global polio eradication effort. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation got involved much later. But from that time, in 1988, when that was announced, there were 1,000 cases a day around the world of polio, new cases, 350,000 cases of polio a year. Last year, 2018, there were 33 cases anywhere in the world. So we've gone from 350,000 a year down to 33. We're 99.9% finished of eliminating polio, but the immunization has to continue because polio is only one plane ride away from being infecting an unimmunized person. Now,
is it hereditary? What's the studies on?
No, it's viral.
It's viral.
Yeah. Rotarians have spent since 1978 $1.9 billion in the immunization project. About 600 million of that has come from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They have challenged Rotary, and they are currently matching 2-to-1 any dollars that we give, and Rotary has committed to raise $50 million a year for polio, which means Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will contribute $100 million. So there'll be $150 million coming from Rotary and the Gates Foundation to do that. Now, a lot of the rest of the money comes from governments around the world where polio has already been eliminated in their country. But they understand the need for the ongoing immunization until polio is gone totally, because as long as there is one case, there's the chance that it could spread again.
And Dale, the thing about that there are only 33 cases, at one time it was, just several years ago, it was in 4 countries, including Nigeria and India, which, you know, those are huge populations. You have to immunize like 10,000 children a month in just India to stay ahead of it, because every child has to be immunized. So it's not like you do it once and it's over. You have to continue to do that for every child that's born. And thanks to Rotarians on the ground in those countries, that's the only way we can do it. They set up these, what they call national immunization days, and they'll go in and across India, they'll immunize millions of children in one day, which is incredible to me. But it's literally 2 drops of polio vaccine on the tongue of a child protects them the rest of their life. But if you miss one, you know, there's that possibility. We're down now to just Afghanistan and Pakistan, which are countries that it's very difficult to deal with. We have Rotarians there, but it's really hard to get them to allow us to come in. There's misconceptions and lies about why we're doing this, and so it's a difficult situation.
Some of the religious standards there
Yes.
prohibit.
Yes.
One of my favorite stories about the immunization effort over the years, there have actually been days where they would promote them as days of tranquility. That's what they called them.
Yeah.
But they were days where countries that had been in civil war for years, maybe 2 or 3 different groups fighting all together, would agree to stop fighting for one day so that the volunteers could go in and immunize the children.
Days of tranquility. I love that.
Yeah.
So it's a huge
I had no
effort.
idea. Yeah, I'm glad we made this connection. So we
Well,
do this.
thanks for the opportunity. We love telling Rotary stories.
Yeah,
You know,
and our little catchphrase, and you may see it sometimes in commercials and things like. There's a little thing that's like this, and so many famous people, John Cena, the wrestler, and Jack Nicklaus, the great golfer, was a victim of polio.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah. Are you
And so
kidding?
we
We
have a
already speak in
lot of
Atlanta,
famous
yeah.
people.
Really?
Jackie Chan, all have this little thing where they look toward you and they go, "We're this close.
Yeah.
We're this close to wiping out polio," which would be incredible.
That's quite an accomplishment.
So,
That's
yeah.
since 1978.
85, 78, 85. We've been fighting it, and so we are this close, but we still have at least 33 cases that we have to control.
We've got about 4.5 minutes here, and I want to talk about raising money.
Oh, yeah.
Folks are watching this show thinking, well, how can I help? I may not be able to make the pancake. When's it coming up? 26th of
October
October?
26th,
And so what about leaving Rotary some money in a life insurance beneficiary?
Oh my goodness!
Wouldn't that go a long way?
We'd never wouldn't have
think
occurred
about
to
it.
us
you
to
may
think
have
of that. That'd be
$100,000
great.
Just reassign
Yeah.
$10,000, $15,000 to go to Rotary.
Oh,
How far
my
would they
goodness.
go
Well,
on the local club?
That's a possibility. There are ways that you could do with appreciated assets. If you bought Walmart stock 30 years ago, you could give that.
Yeah.
We had a lady who was a guest at our Rotary Club meeting when the RILA students were there talking about their experience. A guest, and at the end of the meeting, she said, "I want to give $300 to sponsor a student."
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Part of what helps us raise money is getting the word out about Rotary and the different projects about Rotary, and the venue here has been perfect, and we really appreciate the opportunity for us to tell the Rotary story on your program.
Yeah.
How many times have I gone to city after city? It could be in Illinois, Tennessee, Missouri, Arkansas, and you see the Rotary sign.
Yeah.
I take it for granted, Larry.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
And
Well, Rotary hadn't been doing a good job of telling its story
Yeah.
about what we do. We do it because the need is there, and we do it.
And you know, Dale, in most of these communities, in fact, if you ever go to an international convention, I just walk through these displays of Rotary Club, 35,000 Rotary Clubs. I'm absolutely in tears. My mascara's everywhere on my face because I'm telling you, every club does something different. Harrison has the most incredible club over there. They do chiropractic care. They go internationally to do chiropractic care. Somebody else does dentistry. Clubs in our district do eye care. I mean, it's incredible all the different things that every Rotary Club meets a different need in their community. And so that's been the cool thing, is to see what everybody else is doing and thinking, gosh, we weren't doing dictionaries. Let's do dictionaries now. That would be a meth. Then we're one of the first ones in our district to do Don't Meth with Us. And so others are coming on board. So everybody has a different project to meet the needs of their community.
No, each go ahead.
Part of the problem is, you guys do this for the right reason. There is a need, and you guys want to fill that need. You're not doing it to gloat. You're not doing it to... And the problem with that is a lot of what you guys do happens behind the scenes where people don't see. Yeah.
Well,
so
thanks to people like you.
and it's not that you're trying to brag on yourself, but you got to step out and let people know why you're doing these things, so people can get involved in wanting to help or whatever. It's not a clout thing.
That's right, Scooter.
It's about people getting involved and being able to donate or do whatever, so that you guys can do those things behind the scenes and make a difference.
Now, is each local club independent? So, like this one be a 501c3?
No. It's a 501c5, I think. It's a membership-driven club.
Okay.
It's not a charitable organization. Now, the Rotary Foundation that does polio is a 501c3.
Okay. So any donation to that is tax-free. And, you know, real quickly, recently we made a lady a Paul Harris Fellow, and that's $1,000 donation to the Rotary Foundation that's used for all these projects. And she turned around to me and she said, "How many children will that immunize?" And I said, 2,000 children will be immunized with that donation. And she just bawled.
I hate to say this, we're out of time.
Oh,
it's
thank
been
you.
a thrill to have you two on the show.
Thank you for letting us
so
come
much.
and tell our story.
We'll get you back in.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
we got to run. See y'all tomorrow.